All right, you would know Farmers is to move, this is the company, not Farmers in general, is to move towards gender-neutral changing rooms in its stores after Auckland transgender personality Mary Haddock-Staniland complained about how she was treated by staff. The department store launched an investigation and decided it was time for a change. For her reaction, we're joined by Claudia McKay, who's the co-founder of Agender, which supports transsexual and transgender people. Claudia, thank you very much for joining us this morning. What do you make of Farmers' reaction?
Personally, I feel it's totally unnecessary. As a trans person, I transitioned about 18 years ago, and all that time I have shopped in Farmers' stores continuously all around the country. I have never ever had a single issue or problem in the stores, and I think what's been happening in this individual case is more a problem with one staff member than the store itself or the store's policies.
So essentially what you're saying is, rather than farmers talking to their staff about it, and their staff member in particular, instead of engaging with their staff and communicating, they've decided to launch this policy throughout all their stores.
I just don't see the need for it, honestly. You know, I've dealt particularly with my local Farmers store. The staff there use my first name when I come into the store.
Yeah.
I'm treated extremely well. I don't see why this is absolutely necessary.
And I suppose to a degree as well, is this bad because it puts the spotlight on the transgender community for perhaps the wrong reason, because the implication is the community have maybe asked for a change, which is opposite to the truth.
Well, you could ask the question of 100 different transgender people and get 100 different answers. They're like any group of people. Their range of opinions on anything is extremely diverse. But I think there needs to be a degree of reason used in this case. Yeah. And I think making these alterations to the changing rooms is just unnecessary.
People now in the media, Claudia, people now in the media are extrapolating this out to toilets and that, and having gender-neutral toilets, gender-neutral changing rooms and things like that. Have you yourself ever had an issue with either changing rooms or toilets, not just at Farmers, but anywhere?
Never once. And in terms of toilets, they are it's an issue that I can understand that there can be security issues with gender-neutral toilets and both sexes using them, and the cleanliness. I mean, I spent the first 40 years of my life living as a male.
Oh, yeah, so you truly know that male toilets are not as good as female toilets, don't you?
Absolutely. Just the existence of urinals creates a whole different ballgame.
Yes.
So that's a different thing to changing rooms. Stores like Farmers, which are usually quite large and have separate changing rooms, you know, I've seen men looking very uncomfortable hanging around perhaps their wives or girlfriends in the woman's changing rooms.
I'll be honest with you. No, I'll be honest with you, Claudia. I am a very liberal man, and I have on occasions felt uncomfortable standing there waiting for my daughters or my partner or something like that to try on some hugely expensive blouse. Claudia, thank you very much for joining us. That's an interesting conversation with you. Claudia McKay, Agender New Zealand co-founder. So there we